We're about to go over the Bay Bridge in a celebration of death while we're at it. And celebrating death as we come home. Because you really must celebrate it. For some people, it's a wonderful thing. It's a gift. And if you lived forever, oh my God, you'd be so fucking bored. It's the fact that death is always there that keeps life so livable. Right? Say it with me. Death is a gift. Death is a gift. Your dreams are not too big. Death is a gift. So, speaking of which, I had some pretty amazing dreams last night and this morning, and I'm just writing them all down from now on because I think I have a feeling, you know, in sobriety, I'm very, very extraordinarily grateful that I never lost the ability to dream, because that was one thing that really scared me about all the chemicals I was putting in my body, is that if I ever had like a stroke, I may, and it's been known that post-stroke a lot of people lose the ability to dream, and to me that would be worse than death. So I'm so glad I can still have dreams, and lucid ones as well. I had a lucid one the other day, and I just love having lucid dreams. They used to be nightmares, but if you do have lots of nightmares, especially ones with sleep paralysis, I discovered this also in 2010 during about the same time I saw that golden light. I also was having a lot of sleep paralysis dreams, which were awful, and there was this, I'm not even going to go into what was going on, but it was horrible. But it did serve as an extra level of controlling your consciousness, because if you're in the middle of sleep paralysis, and you're having those like nightmares oftentimes with a figure sitting on your chest or something like that happening, that's really frightening. If you can manage to breathe through that and not feed into your fear, then it becomes a lucid dream. So it's like a gateway. So it's really a test on if you can control your fear, which you want to do anyway. You know, if you're ever in a spooky scenario, because fear is what feeds dark energies. They like to eat your fear. It's like caviar to them. And you know, for years, one day I just woke up and realized, dude, I've been feeding these fucking like swirling dark energies, have been living off of me like vultures for years and years and years and years. Because I was just feeding them anger and fear all the time. If you can learn to kind of do a lot of mindful deep breathing when you're We have absolutely no idea as human beings how actually powerful we are, you know. It's a beautiful thing once you realize it. Because that's yours. It's like those are the only things that actually belong to you. This moment in time and your own fucking self-advocacy. You know? That wasn't me talking, just so you know. Yay, today! I'm gonna leave the camera rolling as we go over the bridge just because you never know. I still feel, you know, I still feel the remnants. Oh yeah, that whole thing with residual looping. That the idea is that it's just the emotion itself. It's not actually people still there. It's the emotion itself that has been recorded onto a natural substance such as limewood or water, or limestone, I mean, or water, or wood also does that. So these natural elements, they work as recorders basically, and they can record the emotion. And so when you're like that time loop, for example, next to the Burn Ranch I was telling you about, and also probably Massacre Flats as well, except for the fucking guy who did all the shooting. He was real, because I saw him get a hat and everything. But you know, the event itself, when it's on a loop like that, it's just basically the energy inside the natural substance that's just on play constantly. So that also means that, you know, those women, the Ohlone Miwok women that tried to run away from being slaves at the mission, they may not have actually still been there either, but that energy, that emotion is on constant repeat, which means it's acting like a transmitter. And in that situation, it was like transmitting betrayal, betrayal, betrayal. And so it attracted people who also resonated with betrayal. And therefore, guess what would happen? More betrayal. So there you go. Oh my God, it was such a relief to figure that out. And thank fuck for Kim Russo, because when she said that in that episode, I was just like, oh, because that was really bugging me. Just like the idea of being stuck on a loop like that. But in your worst moment ever, you know. But if it is just an energetic recording, you know, that's playing all the time like a radio, then that totally makes sense. Why also those residuals, they can't interact with you because they're not actually there. It's just the emotion itself bending time and space and playing its own song, you know. So cool. I learned so much on this trip. It's insanely sane. It's very, very grounding. I feel so much more like solid inside of myself, like I am my own mountain now, you know. It's just, oh my God, it was such a great experience. I cannot even begin to explain, though I probably will for another hour or so. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're home again, jiggity jig. Oh look, they're building more expensive buildings that we can't live in. That's okay. I like being in motion. It's funny too, because like about, I don't know, 20 years ago or something, I had this dream / vision in my head that the wave of the future for low-income people was going to be basically returning to a mobile kind of moving in caravans lifestyle, where you know, circle of caravans, have a big festival show, move on to the next place, you know, that we would actually become more like the wanderers and gatherers of the, you know, the days of gone by, which would now be returning, you know. And that's kind of what's happening. we do move a lot around. We're always in motion in our little horse-drawn carriages, caravans of a sort. So yeah. Oh, I just had this impression of something like, you know, if the power grid goes out and you don't have your air conditioning and your internet and all that stuff, it's going to be people like me and all the van dwellers with their little solar panels that are going to be, you know, because we already know the little places to go. So we're going to be the ones you're looking to. All the rich people are going to start looking to all the homeless people to help them survive. So, because we are all equal, yo. Karen. We are all equal, Karen. Yay, we're home. Okay. Alright. Well, we've always been home this entire time, just so you know. But this is just a metaphorical home. Because this is the only city I've ever lived in my whole life for more than, you know, 3 or 4 years. That's why the mission is like my emotional ground zero, because I've spent so many years there. And I also have to go pick up my mail there for the time being, at least until, you know, or as long as that house is still standing. Who knows what's going to happen when they sell all those houses. So that, because that space at Bleak House with those three, with the 2 twin houses, Victorian houses that were built there in 1853. I've looked up the history of that place, and there's never been a sale of money from exchange for those properties since they were built, because they've always been handed down from family member to family member in this Irish family. It was basically like a gift from one generation to the next. There's never been there's never been a sale. I'm getting pulled over right now. How exciting. Okay. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm getting pulled over. I wonder what I did. Driving too slow, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Is something leaking? Oh, is something leaking? There's nothing in... Oh, shit, I don't have my ID on me. It's in the back. Okay. Oh, he probably sees my expired yellow tag in the back, but when he comes around to the front, he's going to see the one that's actually still up to date. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great, duty. I'm going to go off this. Okay, alright then. It's going to be great, duty. Oh, I'm so glad I got this on camera. Okay, duty. Oh, okay. Trying to get the riffraff. Riffraff off the street. Get the riffraff off the street. Get the riffraff off the street. Okay, riffraff. Okay, riffraff. Okay, riffraff. Okay, riffraff. Okay, riffraff. I'm looking at you in the mirror, so you do realize when I look at you in the mirror, it's the opposite direction of what you see. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Is this good? Right here is good, he says. Okay, duty head. Okay, duty head. Alright, duty head. Okay, duty head. Here we go. Sweet. I don't know. I'm gonna get this on camera. This will be fun. Hi.
Hey, I just stopped you today because the registration in the back.
It's on the front.
Expired.
It's on the front. I actually am supposed to put it on the front because this is a big truck, and I've been putting it on the back all this time. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You're free to go. Do you need directions? You're good.
No, I live here.
Okay. All right. Well, just sure.
All right. Bye.
All righty.
Told ya. Told you, duty. All right. Okay. Wow, Sadie. All right, here we go. Oh, this is kind of a weird place to try and get back into the road, though. Oh, dear. Don't make things more difficult or dangerous for the public while you're at it. Okay. Alrighty, then. Okay. It's on the front. Go look. Yeah. You know, cops, when I was high all the time, they used to trigger me like fuck. I always felt like I was going to get in a fist fight. Because you never know with cops. Trust me, I've been fucking pepper sprayed by them before for no reason. You never know. But ever since I got sober, like, because I know there's nothing they can bust me for, like, substance-wise, in my body or in my house or whatever, I just have this, like, what? In my eyes, I'm fucking sober, bitch. You know? And it just gives me this, like, weird, like, you got nothing on me, bitch. Like, attitude when they do talk to me, but I'm not, like, I'm also not belligerent at the same time because I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just driving a big truck. And there was one guy, actually, who had a dog with him, and he fucking, he goes, if I let my dog inside your truck, is he gonna smell anything? He's gonna find anything? I was like, yeah, he'll find a big bucket of poo. And if your dog likes to smell a poo, then I guess he will smell that and like it. And I just started laughing because I thought it was funny. And his fellow officer, who was a woman, she was going. And he's like, are you sure there's nobody else in there? And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, for the love of God, I am so grateful there's no one else in here. And again, she was like, I don't want to. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so we're home now. Welcome home, I guess. Oh, that was so weird. They must be really low on their quota if they're pulling me over for that on the bridge, though, you know. Because I've only been stopped for that one other time. Oh, it's post-COVID, post-COVID. Because during COVID, nobody gave a fuck about anything. It was so nice. Even in Berkeley, when I was trying to walk Sadie at the Bushrod Park there, it's a giant fucking field of grass. It's all locked up now with padlocks. No dogs allowed. Even when there's no one there, it's all padlocked now. You can't go in anymore. It's just giant field of grass just sitting there. Can't go in there with your dog. Post-COVID, yo. I like COVID better. when there was a nice relaxing of all the fucking anal rules. But what do I know? And when everybody stayed at home and they weren't driving around like this all the time. And the air smelled so good for like those first 2 weeks when everybody was just literally at home, not even leaving their house. Remember how great the air smelled during those 2 weeks? Oh my God. And how happy all the animals were and how quickly the earth was healing itself. That was like, I will never forget that. I was just like, dude, look how fucking fast if we just stopped this, what we're doing. Found an alternative across the board to people having to drive to work, or driving at all, or having a different type of fuel, then this is how quickly the earth will heal itself. It's a beautiful thing, really. It was amazing. Like 2 weeks, dude. 2 fucking weeks. And I know you all remember what the air smelled like. It smelled amazing. Parking, and by parking, we're looking for park parking, so we can park by a park and go to the park and have a safe go around the grass, and then we'll go do some work on the comic book because I need to get back to work on that. Sorry, comic. I'm almost done, and then we'll go to work tomorrow, do some work, and maybe some other work this week for the AD people calling me again, so that's good. So yeah, thank you for being here with me. I really did feel like I was going to need some serious emotional support on that trip, and you were there. Thanks. Thank you for supporting me. I really enjoyed it. I seriously enjoyed having the ethereal support of documentation. A long time. I just can't seem to say goodbye now. I can't hang up. You hang up first. No, you.